Hello friends, welcome all of you in Rayat Online School Education for Junior College project. In previous video, we discuss on capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with a dielectric slab between the plates. So in this video, we discuss on new point of this topic. So today we discuss on the new point, it is energy stored in a capacitor. We focus on single point, it is energy stored in a capacitor. Let's see this article in detail. Let's see this diagram first. We know that the capacitor, it is used to store energy. When we charge capacitor with the help of battery, transfer of electrons from one plate to the another plate takes place. So here work done by battery to remove the electrons against the opposing forces. The opposing forces arises because electrons are pushed to the negative plate which repels them, and electrons are removed from the positive plate which tends to attract them. As the charges on the plate increases, opposition also increases. This work done is stored in the form of electrostatic energy. Let's see the expression for this energy. See this circuit diagram first. In this diagram, consider a capacitor of capacitance capital C charged by a DC source of voltage capital V. During the process of charging, Q dash, it is the charge on capacitor, and capital V, it is the potential difference between the plates. We know that capacitance formula, it is C is equals to Q by V. That means here capital C is equals to Q dash divided by the capital V. Outside taking this voltage term and rearranging this equation, we can get capital V is equals to Q dash divided by the capital C. We know that work done having the formula, it is work done is equals to potential difference into the charge. For small work done, we have the formula, it is dW is equals to V times dQ. So putting the values of the V from this, we can write the new equation of the work done, and it is dW is equals to Q dash capital C into the dQ. So from this total work done in charging the capacitor, it is we have to get the integration for this. Capital W is equals to integration of the dW. Putting the values of dW in this equation, we can write. That means integration of 0 to capital Q, Q dash divided by the capital C into the dQ. Outside taking the constant term and rearranging this equation, we can write 1 by C is equals to 0 to Q integration term. That means Q dash into the dQ. As we know that from the integration rule, we can write the equation, it is 1 by C into the bracket Q dash square by 2, 0 to up to the capital Q. So from this, the total work done having the formula, it is W is equals to 1/2 Q square divided by the capital C. So this work done is stored as the electrical potential energy of the capacitor. This one is the very important formula. So let's see the different forms of this energy. We know that the first form, it is capital U is equals to 1/2 Q square divided by the capital C. We know that capital Q, that means charge, is equals to capital Q is equals to C times capital V. So putting this value of the Q in this equation, we can write it is 1/2 Q square, that means C square V square divided by the capital C. Solving this equation, we can write the new form of the energy. It is capital U is equals to 1/2 C into the V square. Again from this, C is equals to Q divided by the capital V. So putting this value of the C in this equation, we can write the new format of the equation of the energy. It is capital U is equals to 1/2 times capital Q into the capital V. So the different forms of the energy, it is capital U is equals to 1/2 Q square by C, 1/2 CV square, and 1/2 Q times capital V. So let's see one example. A parallel plate air capacitor has a capacitance of 3 into the 10 raised to minus 9 farad, a slab of dielectric constant 3 and thickness 3 cm completely fills the space between the plates. The potential difference between the plates is maintained constant at 400 volt. What is the change in the energy of capacitor if the slab is removed? Let's see given quantities first. Given in this problem, it is capacitor having capacitance value, it is 3 into the 10 raised to minus 9 farad. Dielectric constant is that means small k is equals to 3 and voltage it is the 400 volt. So here we have to find out the change in the energy. For this, let's see the formula. We know that formula becomes E is equals to 1/2 CV square. Let's see how to solve this problem. These are the given quantities. Equation it is that means formula E of air is equals to 1/2 CV square. Putting the values of the C and V in this equation and solving, we can write 1/2 C, that means capacitance value 3 into the 10 raised to minus 9, and voltage, that means 400 volt bracket square. Solving this, we have to get the energies equation, that means value it is E of air is equals to 24 into the 10 raised to minus 5 joule. We know that C dash is equals to K times capital C. So putting the values of the dielectric constant small k and capacitance having the value it is the capital C, we can write the equation C dash is equals to 3 into the 10 raised to minus 9, that means C dash having the value it is 9 into the 10 raised to minus 9 farad. Similarly, for the energy for the dielectric, that means 1/2 C dash into the V square. Putting the values of C dash and V in this formula, we can write 1/2 9 into the 10 raised to minus 9 into the voltage, that means 400 bracket square. Solving this, we can have the value, that means 72 into the 10 raised to minus 5 joule. From this, we can calculate the change in the energy having the formula it is E of dielectric minus E of the air. Putting the values of these two energies, we can write, that means 72 minus 24 into the 10 raised to minus 5. Solving this, we can get the final answer, it is 48 into the 10 raised to minus 5 joule. So change in the energy having the value it is 48 into the 10 raised to minus 5 joule. Let's see one more example. Find the ratio of potential differences that must be applied across the parallel and series combination of two capacitors C1 and C2 in the ratio 1:2 such that the energy stored in the two cases it is the same. Here we have to find out the ratio of the potential differences and condition given it is the energy in the two cases must be the same. Let's see the solution for this. Given quantities, that means ratio C1 by C2, given it is the 1:2, that means 1/2, and energy it is the same, that means U1 is equals to U2. So here we have to find out the ratio of potential differences, that means V1 divided by the V2. Let's see the solution. Given it is the ratio of capacitance, that means 1/2, 1:2. So from this outside taking the C2 terms, rearranging this equation, we can get C2 is equals to 2 times C1. Remember this value once again. C2 is equals to 2 times C1. We know that for parallel combination of the two capacitors, the formula it is Cp, that means for the parallel combination capacitor, C of P is equals to C1 plus C2. We know that C2 is equals to 2 times C1. So putting this value in this equation, we can have the value Cp is equals to 3 times C1. So for this energy, that means U1 is equals to 1/2 Cp V1 square is equals to Cp. Putting the value in this equation, we can write 3/2 C1 into the V1 square. Similarly, for the series combination of the two capacitors, we have the formula. We know that Cs is equals to C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2. So we know that C2 having the value, it is the 2 times C1. Putting this value in this equation, we can write 2 times C1 square divided by 3 times C1. Solving this, we have to get the value of the series combination, that means Cs is equals to 2 by 3 times C1. Similarly, energy, that means U2 is equals to 1/2 Cs V2 square. Putting the values of the Cs in this equation, we can write 1 by 3 C1 into the V2 square. This one is the U1 value 3/2 C1 V1 square, and U2 having the value, it is the 1 by 3 C1 into the V2 square. So equating these two equations, that means 3/2 C1 V1 square is equals to 1 by 3 C1 into the V2 square. So taking the ratio of these two equations, we can have the new formula. It is V1 by V2 bracket square is equals to 2 by 9. So taking the square root, we have to get the equation, or the new value, it is V1 by V2 is equals to under root of 2 divided by the 3. Root 2 value, we know that 1.414 divided by the 3 as it is. Solving this equation, we have to get the ratio of the potential differences, that means V1 by V2 is equals to 0.471. So here friends, we discuss on energy stored in a capacitor in detail. So today we stop the electrostatic topic completely. We discuss in the various videos. So in the next video, we start the new topic of the physics.